Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I hope you are doing well. Recently, as you all know, Donald Trump visited some of the Middle Eastern Arab countries to boost his economy. He has just concluded his visit, and this is his first official tour since returning to the White House, a tour marked by grand gestures, monumental deals, and a fair share of controversy. Trump started with Saudi Arabia, then went to Qatar, where he dabbled in both deals in diplomacy. The final stop was the UAE, the United Arab Emirates, and that was just about business. The UAE knew this. They went all out for the US president. It began right from touchdown. Trump was greeted at the airport by the UAE's president, that Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The first stop was a mosque. It is called the Sheikh Zayed Grand Mosque. It is a beacon of Islamic architecture. For the first time, the mosque was closed for public use. Clearly, Trump was an important guest. Next stop, the presidential palace. The US president was welcomed with a traditional spectacle, the Al Ayala dance. Women stood in a line in white gowns and flipped their hair in unison. This was accompanied by chants and drum beats. This is a traditional dance. It is deeply rooted in the US culture. It symbolizes pride and unity. Have a look. Trump concluded his trip by visiting the Abrahamic family house. It is a complex that symbolizes interfaith harmony. It has a mosque, a church, and a synagogue. The optics again were on point. So what is the takeaway? Trump has called his Gulf tour a victory, but the deals come with risks. The US is sending lethal weapons to Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE. This could fuel tensions in a region that is already volatile. West Asia may be betting big on Trump's America, but they are also hedging their bets in a multipolar world. Saudi Arabia is still considering joining BRICS. That's a grouping led by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. It is meant for emerging economies. Some even see it as a counter to the Western Bloc. The UAE is already a member of BRICS, and like I said, the Saudis are giving it a serious thought. Clearly, the Gulf kingdoms have their options open. Trump's visit to West Asia has earned him some brownie points. It is certainly a face-saver for him back home. You see, Trump came to power on the promise of ending the two wars, the one in Ukraine and the one in Gaza. He said he would end them. The Gulf tour is a good look for Trump. He has walked away with trillions of dollars in deals, even some diplomatic goals. Trump's deals with the UAE were a spectacle of wealth and ambition. Also a reminder that in geopolitics, money and weapons talk the loudest. Donald Trump's tour of Riyadh, Abu Dhabi, and Doha is not diplomacy. It is theater, staged in gold, fueled by greed and underwritten by betrayal. Trump, a man openly arming Israel as it reduces Gaza to rubble, is being celebrated, applauded, rewarded, and not with words, but with trillions. Trillions while children are starved and bombed in a closed-off strip of land just a few hundred miles away. Arab rulers are handing over fortunes and falling in photo ops. Let's be clear, the Gulf has leverage, it has power, it has Trump's ear. But what did they do with it? Nothing. Not to stop the slaughter, not to ease the siege, not even to demand respect. In return, Trump gives Israel more bombs, more impunity, more green lights to kill. This was never about peace. At the core of Trump's Middle East vision is a single goal: erase Palestine, prop up dictators, and redraw the region in Israel's image. See this wonderful pen? My desk is the Middle East, and the top of the pen, that's Israel. That's not good. He once stilled reporters lamenting Israel's size compared to its neighbors. To Trump, the Middle East is not a region of history or humanity. It is a marketplace, a weapons depot, a geopolitical ATM. And his ideology? It's simple. Arabs are chaos. Israel is order. Arabs are threats. Israel is civilized. It's not a worldview. It's a business model. Remember that 110 billion arms deal with Saudi Arabia in 2070? Well, that was just the start. Now he wants more. $3 trillion more. He's already demanding that Saudi Arabia invests its entire GDP $1 trillion into the US economy, and they're offering $600 billion. He's not negotiating, he's extorting, and they're handing it over. The UAE has already pledged a $1.4 trillion investment deal. The race is on. Not to stop a genocide, but to buy Trump's favor, showering him with wealth in return for nothing. The region is no longer treated as a region. It's a vote sovereignty. That's just another asset to be traded. Trump's offer is crude. Obey me and I'll protect you. Disobey me and I'll turn on you for rule. Is terrified of their own people, of another Arab Spring. That's a tempting deal. They fear democracy more than they fear occupation. So they kneel. They make a pact with the devil. And what does this devil offer them in return? Arms silence a stage to pretend they matter while they're being used. Normalization with Israel. Okay? Submission to its supremacy. Done silence on Gaza. Guaranteed this isn't a partnership, it's surrender. And Trump knows it. He respects one thing, only power. That's why he praises Putin. That's why he respects Erdogan. Like them all over them. They push back, they defend their nation's interests. Arab rulers, they just pay, and Trump loves. King Salman wanted last 2 weeks without us, he said. And what did they do? They gave him more. But it's not just about US policy. It's about personal profit. Since leaving office, the Trump family has turned the Gulf into a gold mine. A hotel in Dubai. A tower in Jeddah. A golf resort in Qatar. Crypto Ventures, a private club in DC. This is a diplomacy, it's plunder. Jared Kushner. You know, the son-in-law already backed $2 billion from the Saudis, and now Trump's being gifted a $400 million private jet from Qatar, a literal palace in the sky. And what was his response? It was a great gesture. But let's not forget, we keep them safe without us. Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and Qatar wouldn't exist. That's his thank you. And still they keep giving. So ask yourself, what are they rewarding him for? For 100,000 tons of bombs dropped on Gaza. For backing ethnic cleansing openly, shamelessly. For empowering the likes of Smotrich and Netanyahu, as they call for Gaza's population to be wiped out, for leading the most Zionist, most Islamophobic administration US history. And still they ask for nothing. They offer everything, but don't be fooled. They can act when they want to. Trump hoarded the bombing of Yemen under Saudi pressure. He made a deal with the Houthis. He even agreed to meet Syria's President Ahmad al-Shara at Saudi request sanctions. He considered lifting them. So no president is beyond pressure. But for Gaza, silence as Trump was being applauded in Riyadh. Israel was dropping us, made bombs on hospitals in Gaza. 9 bunker busters hit the European hospital in Khan Yunis. 35 dead, dozens wounded earlier. The NASA medical complex was hit. Journalist has honestly died while lying in treatment that same day. 46 Palestinians were killed. 50 of them in Jabalia. Most of them children. And the applause continued. This week marks the anniversary of the Nakba. And here it is again, replayed once more, not through tanks alone, but through Arab complicity. The Strip is starving, UN food is gone, hospitals are packed with skeletal infants losing their sight from malnutrition, mothers faint from hunger. Meanwhile, Israeli ministers talk openly of removing Gaza's population, third countries. Ethnic cleansing, and Trump, he offers cover. He offers bombs, and the Arab regimes offer him gold, while the rest of the world, Europe, China, Canada, Mexico, even Greenland, refuses to bow. Arab rulers kneel, open wallets, spent spines, empty hands, still mistaking humiliation for diplomacy, still hoping Trump might toss them a bone. But Trump doesn't toss bones, he tosses bills. No, this isn't real politic. This is a grotesque circus, decadent, deluded, disgraceful. With every check signed, every jet offered, every photo op beside the butcher of a people, Arab rulers do not secure history's respect. They seal their place in its sordid footnotes of shame.